What's up, everybody? Lum here. I am so pumped. I am so excited to share with you guys what I was able to accomplish today. If you're tuning in, welcome to the channel. You probably already saw the thumbnail. I was able to clear my weaponry trial, stage 9, level 60, only on a Voyager level 41 account. So this is super exciting for me. And just so you can see the evidence one more time, you can see now I'm getting the sweep rewards on stage 9 at common. So we start out at rare, possible, and rank 9 is common. So hopefully stage 10 will be frequent. But yeah, that'll be probably like next week or in the, we can change. And now that I'm almost at 40 stamina, so at the end of this video, I will show a recording of me doing the sweep and seeing what I get. But anyways, onto the characters. And before I get into that, please like and subscribe if you enjoy this content. But and I also want to shout out to Narwhal, YouTuber Narwhal. He's the one that posted his replay of clearing this at level 42, which inspired me to do it. I used the same build as him. I didn't necessarily copy him play for play, but I wouldn't have been able to do it without him. So shout out to and respect. So going into the characters, we got Cole, Gloria, Angel, Rawiyah, and Crimson Falcon. Same as last week. So this time, instead of going over their builds in detail, what I want to cover is their stats. And so this is what, for this level, when you're so under leveled, like 19, 20 levels under the boss, every single stat matters. And I had to invest 3 extra Castelia on these 3 characters, Cole, Gloria, and Angel, as well as, pump their talent trees, the Seeker and the Watcher tree, quite a lot in order to be able to survive the boss hits and stabilize the run. So you'll pay special attention to the HP and magic defense stats and the equipped skills. So Perfect Assassin was the Castelia that I spent to open on the rank 7. And for her weapon and gear, you do want to upgrade your weapon as strongly as you can, but however, you don't want to have her magic defense too high in comparison to Angel. So let's go to Angel. Angel is the only character in this build who has level 50 weapon and trinket, as well as tarot. All of them have level 50 tarot, but Cole's the only, Cole needs to have a lot of HP, but not necessarily all the magic defense that she can get. It's a little bit tricky to explain, unless like you rewatched all the replays of me like tweaking the magic defense stat. Anyways, so yeah, I already have my Cole here at bond level 4, just so I can get that little extra boost in her stats. Gloria, second Castelia was spent on her reaction skill, the front defense. I originally picked counterattack, but front defense helped me stabilize my runs as well. And originally I had the thrust, the knockback, that had a really strong nuke in sword form, but she still needed even more tankiness, even with these pretty great gears. But the Vow of Justice just really helped her get the little extra boost she needed to be able to survive some big AoE hits in particular. Next up, we have Angel. Oh, and the reason, with Gloria, because she's the only one who doesn't wear a Devil tarot, because we need her to have the Judgement to keep debuffing the boss. That's another reason why she needs all this extra tankiness somewhere else, because everyone else is getting that ramping Devil defense boost, but Gloria doesn't. And with Angel, once again, she needs every single thing upgraded. She needs that 5-star trait, she needs that staff and the trinket, everything, because she needs a ton of HP. And for the build, she also needs Protection of Light. So I was right that I made a mistake last week whenever I picked the reaction skill for her. Protection of Light is just much better. She gets the damage reduction from the same buff from Gloria turn 1 anyway. So Protection of Light just really actually helps her stack that, single target nuke protection that you need for your team on round 2. And then instead of having Flagellant, Healing Spell, her, innate skill is much more useful, especially if you're like me and you don't happen to have the lucky roll for getting a staff, or you're not bringing, you're probably not bringing a tarot with an extra healing bonus. But if you have a trinket or a staff that adds extra healing, you might be able to, you'll probably have an easier time than I did compared to having the Cornucopia staff. And so that's Angel. So last we have Rawiyah and Crimson Falcon. Not as much to talk about with these two. Crimson Falcon and Rawiyah are like just naturally very tanky, and while Falcon doesn't have as much self-sustain as Cole does, I just find these two units to be much more bulky because of, like the double tip C and the sort of Convallaria leader aura for Rawiyah. And then for Crimson Falcon, she has this battle fever, just like if you took this on your lightning. This is such a good passive, especially because Crimson Falcon has a very high natural crit rate thanks to her innate flurry of stabs, the 20% crit. And with the leader aura from Cole, she has another 15% crit, so 35% crit on a 3-hit skill. Pretty good odds to hit a crit for the 25% damage reduction. And one thing I do differently than Narwhal for his Crimson Falcon build is he takes the rank 1 Inspirational Comrades. Well, I just skipped this entirely. And for the lock-on, because in this team comp, there's no other debuffers. So having this extra 40% debuff that we don't have access to in any other kit is really good for the DPS. I found it very necessary. And she's also really strong with the Vital Guard reaction, hitting that dodge sometimes when she gets nuked. Very, very useful. So that's Crimson Falcon, and she has the 33, after the Newborn Blade, 5% HP bonus, and maybe the Seeker talent tree. She has about 3,300 HP for this fight. And with Rawiyah, I don't know what it is about her or breakers in general, but they just have a really high natural HP stat. And this probably has to do with the feast axe I have at level 50. This is one place where you could save dust, because I had, of course, had to invest so much dust into this build just for the angel gears. So if you need a little bit more dust, this is where you probably would find it from, like not upgrading your feast axe all the way. So yeah, Rawiyah, she's your main DPS, and so you want her to have as much DPS as possible. But there's just not a lot of dust to go around right now at this stage of the game. But same build as last time, just have the leader aura and the tipsy and her innate Gale Breach. Super strong. So that covers the characters. Let's go into the talent trees. So this is a team that's very, very centered around the Seekers and the Watchers. And so I had to invest a lot of these gold Star Glow material into the HP nodes in particular for the Seeker path. Like I tried to avoid it, but I couldn't find any way to boost their stats further without any more dust. And so yeah, you want to be careful with upgrading their magic defense per se, since those, once again, like you don't want your Cole to have more magic defense than your healer and tank hits that Cole can't take, and they'll just like ruin your run. It's very annoying. I had to reset so many times because of that. And this is probably one place where like you'll have a much better advantage as a paid player with the monthly pass and getting 12 backtracks, which is our lifesaver. So encourage you to buy that and to support the game just for the backtracks alone is a very, very useful feature. And as well as the, extra 2,700 Luxite per month. Anyways, not the point of this video. Another thing with the Watcher's Path, yeah, same thing with this. You can be more liberal with upgrading the magic defense nodes, as well as, you can take as much HP nodes as you feel like you can afford with these Star Glows. And yeah, these skills are very good on the Watcher Tree. Watcher Tree has like the most OP skills, but all 3 of these skills are actually really strong. So you definitely want access to them. Warhorn becomes the most powerful. This one and Ragnarok are like the best two late game skills. So upgrade your Destroyer and Watcher trees, and as well as your Seeker tree. Those are like the 3 best trees. So anyways, that's also outside the scope of this video. I needed all this HP, so I was able to get Angel to be at that critical threshold of around 3,300 HP and 630 magic defense. As you can see here, yeah, like you might be able to get away with 3,290, 3,280 HP, and maybe like, yeah, 630, 620 magic defense. Any lower than those thresholds, and she just won't be able to survive the nuke. Unfortunately, I tried. And that covers the characters. That's all the prep you need. And then, so next, let's go into the replay. And before that, let's try getting the sweep, now that we have enough stamina for it. Maybe we'll hit the legendary weapon. If not, that's okay. Outcome, independence. Well, let me not quick deploy this. Can I? We'll bring the main squad. All right. Legendary? Oh, I hit it. Legendary. And it's a good one too. I needed the staff. The nameless staff. Oh, that's awesome. Streamer luck. All right, see you guys in the replay. Hey, so here we are on the record screen. You can see I have quite a few failures and a lot of backtracking amongst those failures. So let's just go into the victory run. So standard start. You'll see that I changed my positioning for the opening round compared to the last video. Cole's on the far left, Rawiyah is on the far right. Healer is in this corner right here. And I noticed that the boss with its first auto attack, it always targets the unit that's standing in that spot. So that's why I move healer, the angel here to take that first hit, especially if you have the fancy hat, because then she won't have her passives turned off. March command on Rawiyah's turn. Gale Breach into auto attack. Save your Cyclone. You need the Cyclone for the next round. Cole goes over here, does a basic attack into a flurry for this rock. And now she has infinite energy after those 2 kills. Crimson Falcon does a side attack from this position, and that's where she mainly does her damage, and she stays in that spot quite often throughout the rest of this fight. Angel goes on to this corner of this platform and heals. I'm going to speed this up and pause here. And I'll go over the magic defense of everybody on this really critical turn. The critical turns for this run are round 2, as I discussed earlier, round 5 and round 6, as well as round 7 as well, but it's mostly round 2 and 5. And 6 is also fairly dangerous. So the magic defense of Angel is 807. But you'll notice that, like, because I lack extra healing boost, she's not at full HP. So I'm actually under the critical threshold that would help her, would allow her to survive the nuke. Because through my testing, with this amount of defense, she always dies. And she takes about 3,285 damage. So she's just 99 HP short of surviving, or 100 HP short of surviving. But fortunately, we have Gloria, who is at full HP still, and has actually a little bit more magic defense with the front defense reaction, so she can take the nuke just as well as her. And just for fullness, Cole has 777, Crimson with 666, and Rawiyah, the weakest, at 547. But she has a bunch of bulkiness from, tipsy and HP. Damn, 3,095 on the Gloria. Tank it like a champ. Summons a bunch of floating rocks. And this is where you need the Cyclone for this corner right here. See if I can close this character screen. All right. And now you move Cole towards the bottom so that she can start going up the left side of the map. And you keep Crimson
close to the team on the right side. So now the shield comes up. Cole moves over here. So once again, she's going to go to this. I'm pretty sure the floating rocks are all spawned in a very set pattern. There's not like any RNG to their spawns. And now the round 4 shield burst. This is actually a very safe turn. Not really a big deal. Since we're going to kill the shield as long as we do the urgent orders on Rawiyah. Because Gloria is not able to break the shield by herself. So make sure you don't forget the urgent orders. Should do her full rotation here. Double tipsy. Gale breach into a big cyclone. Bam. Thank you, ma'am. Weak shield burst. Now we bring everybody together to heal. Cole does her own healing up on this mountain. Everyone has quite a lot of devil stacks now. And yeah, because her killer instincts was refreshed, she comes down and we have 8 devil stacks at this round, on round 5. Or is it round 5? Or is it end of round 4? End of round 4. 8 stacks on end of round 4. Yep, and you can see Crimson Falcon does just as much damage, over 3k damage from both Seekers. Very impressive. Urgent orders on the healer, because we want to have everyone to be full HP, because Apocalypse is just a run ender. This is the dangerous round. And it's very likely for Gloria or Angel or even Cole to die here. Rawiyah and the Crimson Falcon will be most likely to survive, but your other 3, they just die. Or maybe everybody dies if you have a floating rock up or something. Okay, let me talk about this position of Cole here. So you'll see that I highlighted this tile that the floating rock spawns on. And I've done a lot of testing. You can kill the rock from any position, either from the front right here or either side. But you want to move Cole all the way to the back side so that she gets the maximum lifesteal. Because if she attacks from the front or the side, even though she gets the kill, she won't have enough lifesteal to return back to full HP. And for some reason, here she has like a ton of magic defense. She has the highest at 950, while Angel has 864. And Gloria is never going to catch up at this point because she doesn't have any devil stacks. So for some reason on this round, this is on round 6, she will be the one that takes the damage. So she needs that full heal on her own. Lock on, big damage. Urgent order for the healer. Yeah, like I tried to save energy to use a Sword of Convallaria strategy, or in Flag of Convallaria, but it doesn't work. You just need so many urgent orders. 3,119, but survives. March command. Yeah, I needed the March commands this late to move everybody in position to kill all these spawned rocks so that we can just clear out the rest of the run. Because at this point, the run becomes very safe with 10 devil stacks for everybody. And you know, we're keeping on top of all the floating rocks. Healers not overwhelmed. Maybe because of the cornucopia staff, I didn't really double check if I'm just like getting really lucky with the energy refreshes for the cornucopia staff. Maybe that was like the critical thing for this run. Not quite sure. And yeah, the shield comes back up, but Rawiyah has her full rotation again on the first turn of the shield. So she does a huge amount of damage. It'll be very easy to break this time around, even easier than last time. Cole also has killer instincts, so she's just going to come back in, pop that shield. And we still have Crimson Falcon for another nuke at the end there. And everyone's topped off on top of that. So now here we are on the next round with the next Apocalypse. Oh, actually, the shield burst turn. And I try to position my Cole here to kill this floating rock as well as move away from the team so she doesn't have to tank. the Apocalypse. I probably could have moved her a little bit better on this cell over on the other way. That way she won't be able to get hit by the Apocalypse, but yeah, so there's a little optimization you can do there if you want to copy this play by play. But yeah, that one's much easier to survive compared to the last two. Or the last one. At this point, the boss has not much HP left. Let's double check what it is. Yeah, 11k HP. Why is it? Yeah, okay. I always wonder why it's so hard to close out those character windows. Round 10, final round. I know I can kill it in like one rotation. Fortunately too, like at this point, healer has the most magic defense. Something you'll be like paying closely attention to during those rounds. Gale Breach, big nuke. I don't know why this one was weaker, but it does the job. And finally, Crimson Falcon for the finish. And there goes the battle. So there you have it. I hope you really enjoyed and were inspired by this clear and are able to get your own clears done 15-20 levels early so you can start doing those legendary weapon sweeps with the common rarity and get your own legendaries. If you enjoyed this content, please like and subscribe. I'd be really honored if you do. Really appreciate your time for tuning in, and I will catch you in a future guide. Bye now. Take care.